Chapter 9. 157. Wilbur headed out and made a beeline for the stationery shop at the east entrance of West End College. It was late in the night, and Celine fidgeted anxiously as she waited under the dim lights. Wilbur stopped the car, walking over to her. Celine hurried over at once. "You're finally here." "What's the matter?" Wilbur asked with a frown. Celine took a deep breath before saying, "Shelby's been taken away by the school board." "Why?" "We were having lunch in the school canteen yesterday afternoon, and Shelby found a rat's head in her food. We were so grossed out that all of us puked, so we went to the canteen manager to talk to him, but he ended up yelling at us. We got back and Shelby filed a complaint to those school board. She then posted pictures she had taken of the food online." "And then?" asked Wilbur. Celine's expression was fraught with distress. "Someone came to the school tonight and took Shelby away. They said that it was about the food case and had us delete all the photos to stop us from saying anything online. They threatened to expel us if we didn't comply. I was scared that something might happen to Shelby, so I snuck out to call you." Wilbur flared up in anger at once. A student had found a rat's head in the school canteen, but the school board chose not to deal with the canteen first, but instead took the student away. What kind of logic was that? "Okay, let's go. Take me to your school board," Wilbur said grimly. Celine seemed hesitant. "The school doesn't allow visitors." "That's fine. I just want to see Shelby and make sure she's all right." Celine nodded meekly. She had only called Wilbur because she was worried for Shelby. They entered from the side entrance. The security guard was snoring away, completely oblivious to Wilbur's entry. Not long after, they arrived at the college dorm. Wilbur had Celine call Shelby. Just then, Shelby was seen making her way over on her own. "Shelby, are you all right?" Celine hurried over at the sight of her friend. "Wilbur, what are you doing here?" Shelby seemed surprised at the sight of him. "Celine said you were taken away by the school board, and I was worried if something bad happened, so I came to check on you. What's going on?" Shelby hesitated, frowning. "Well, I found a rat's head in my food, which was gross." "What did the school board say then?" asked Wilbur. "They said they'd deal with the canteen and told us not to say anything else online because it might damage the college's reputation and possibly affect our studies too." Wilbur frowned. That seemed like a threat. However, it was not completely unreasonable. Yes, the canteen had slipped up out of a lack of responsibility. As long as it was dealt with strictly and the people in charge of the canteen were fired so that something like this did not happen again, the slip-up was not entirely unforgivable. It was also fair of the school to do something to protect their reputation. Wilbur was not an unreasonable man. He knew that things like this happened all the time. On top of that, it was indeed not the best for Shelby and her friends to kick up too much of a fuzz if they were to continue studying here until graduation. At that thought, Wilbur said, "Well, since you're fine, I won't confront them either. Let's just wait and see how the school handles this. Call me if anything happens, yeah?" "Okay, Wilbur." Shelby smiled at him sweetly. Wilbur patted her head. "Is it still the four of you in your dorm?" He honestly did not like Whitney at all and wanted to remind Shelby to keep her distance from her. To his surprise, Shelby said, "Whitney dropped out of college after that incident during her birthday and left Seachertown. No one knows where she is right now." Wilbur raised an eyebrow but quickly smiled. That was probably for the best. Keeping people like that around would only be bad for the school. "All right, you have my number. Just call if you need me. I'll be going back now." "Okay." Wilbur waved goodbye to Shelby and Celine before leaving the school. Upon returning to Sea Lake Island, he sat on the couch thinking about something. Shelby's college would have to deal with the people in charge of the canteen, or he was going to have to get involved. After all, finding a rat's head in the canteen food was honestly too much.